Let's talk about the worst kept secret as the heroes in a half shell collide with the masters of the universe to create the singularity known as Turtles of Grayskull now. And before we go live, smash that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss a beat. Hey everyone, welcome back to Toy Habits. I'm Michael.
And I'm the Toy Sorceress, and you're watching Toy Habits Live. How's it going, Michael?
It's good. Having a good weekend, adulting today and trying to clean up my mess of an office. So I feel like I'm being a little productive today, which is nice. How are you doing?
I am doing okay. I am pretty much dead exhausted from the week I've had, but hopefully starting to recover from the big move.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm in my new space. It's still a total mess, full of boxes, and no shelves up or anything yet. But at least I got a little bit of stuff just behind me. But a work in progress.
That's what it's going to be, right? For a while, because it takes a long time to unpack a house and unpack your toy room and set it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I finally got to relax a little bit this afternoon for the first time. And I took Torpedo for a swim, so that was kind of fun.
That was funny.
Yeah. We got some cool, fun photos if you guys want to see them at the end of the stream. But we're talking turtles today.
We are talking turtles, and I never thought I would say we were talking turtles, but apparently we are.
Here we are. Hey, nothing's out of the realm of possibility, I guess. In the world of MOTU, anything goes, I guess, now. And actually in the world of turtles, because turtles have all sorts of crazy crossovers and tie-ins, and they seem to go into every different genre that they can. And it looks like every toy company, including Mattel now, is doing Ninja Turtles.
That's nuts. Yeah, I don't know all of the other previous crossovers, but I think I like what I'm seeing for the Masters of the Universe Turtles, at least.
That's incredible. You are not a turtle collector. You do not collect TMNT. You hardly knew what TMNT characters were up until just recently.
Right.
So that says a lot that this line is actually kind of bringing you in, right?
Uh-oh. I think I saw in one of the comments too, like there's so many toy lines now, but I don't know. I think they're neat. They're kooky and crazy, and can't wait to talk about them with everybody, because we hardly get to talk about this during the week because we're so busy with your move, the day job, and everything like that.
Oh my God, I know. And now we can freely talk about it because this subject previously gave us a little PTSD, and now everything's out in the open, and we can breathe easier. We can all talk about it. We can look at images, and we can all enjoy what this incredible new toy line is.
Yeah.
But before we dive in,
exactly.
I'll go ahead.
Enjoy and not be frightened.
Yeah, I know. It's like scary lures. We don't have to worry about those anymore.
Maybe you can get over it then.
Yeah, I'm good now. Every time I saw a turtle before, I was shuddering a little bit, but I think I'm over it now. We have a lot of people in the chat, and why don't we go ahead and dive in and say hello to the crew and everybody in the chat, and then we'll start talking turtles.
All right, here, let's kick it off with saying hello to the crew first, and just want to give a special shout out to all of the crew members that are representing tonight. And just a reminder, we have that private live stream with our addicts and junkies to talk about our collecting woes and regrets. And I think everyone here can relate to that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's going to be like a therapy session, I think, totally for all of us, right?
Yeah. I'm going to bring lots of tissues.
You definitely need to. Oh yeah, so let's see who's all in the chat. We got well hung banana.
I saw that one first, and that's why I started cracking up. I was like, to kick it off, let's go big, right?
Let's go big
let's go big.
yeah, I know Silver Key's out there. She's probably
Yes.
rolling right now on the floor. Neil Hunter Hyde, crew member, is in the house. Good to see you, Neil. Wookie Sasquatch is also here. Friend of the channel, my buddies Customs. Good to see you. Kelber Lyra is also here. We got Cora in the house. Rob 2023 crew member. Good to see you as well. We got Attaboy is here. Brian Woodruff is also in the house. We got Edward Generazio, crew member Giraffe, who is always a crack up. Good to see you, Giraffe. Thomas Biancarasaro is here. Too Bad Dad, Dave Chanelli. Here she is, Silver K. Smack that like button, y'all. Crew member is in the house, and Payne's Toy Samples also a crew member. Lord Hoagie, good to see you. Special shout out to the Baroness of Toys, awesome crew member, friend of the channel, and Baroness is gonna help me unpack some stuff tomorrow.
That's
so thank you,
very nice of her.
Thanks for all your help. D Griff is also here. On our U83 action figure archaeologist crew member is also here. Good to see you. Geek the F out. Black Phoenix 77. Ray Paz. Highland Dread. Cobweb Collector. And so many more. I'm just going to flip through. Oh, I got to say hi to our good friend of the channel. And thanks for helping fill in last week when I was, oh so busy. Daniel Hearn, thanks for your $2 super chat. Ninjas, yes, we're actually talking turtle ninjas today.
I never thought I'd be
awesome to see you. Thank you for the super chat, Daniel. We got Masterverse Scene and good friend of the channel and awesome crew member Brennan Barnes is also here, and many, many more. Thanks to everybody who is out there. And let's dive in to talking some turtles.
Let's do it. Yeah, there was multiple drops this week of just a ton of information, and we were having a hard time keeping up with everything because
thank God
we work during the day, so it's so we try to get this stuff done when we can. But yeah, there's a lot of things that dropped, and Roy Juarez seldomly drops 4 things at once in one day, and that was a little overwhelming, right?
That drop actually happened the day after I moved in, and for some reason it was like a scene out of Mr. Mom that I joked around about with you, because I had like 4 or 5 different vendors and furniture delivery and like repairman and stuff all at the house at the same time, and I was trying to get the article out because I took the week off of work, and I had people crossing paths at the front door, refrigerators coming in, sofas coming in, repairmen coming in. It was hilarious, all the while trying to get this article up and posted, and then I thought I was done, and then Roy dropped all 4 art images at once, because I think we had gotten an initial information, and then that hit afterward, and I was like, oh my God, so much to catch up on.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Diving into the art, when we looked at it, wow, some really awesome teases. So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah. Do you want to bring up your screen or?
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and start taking a look at these awesome sorry, I just gotta drag this thing out 1 second. These awesome reveals that we had this week, and
I'm digging the poster that they put out too, like just of the Turtles of Grayskull.
Oh yeah, that poster was incredible. So actually, let me get that poster up in just a second. I that's the one thing I did not share on here, so I will pull it up. I had that one at the front of this other article, but yeah, this poster is freaking incredible. Such great artwork, and when I first saw it, I didn't realize that this was like for real. Sorry, I think it popped up right here. And I was like, did someone, when this first dropped, I was kind of like, did someone draw this? Is this official? I know we've been talking about it for so long, because it's crazy seeing the world of MOTU right next to the world of Turtles. And you got, Eternia over here with Castle Grayskull in the middle, meeting the Manhattan skyline and all of the turtle characters. So this is just it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
the funny
absolutely
thing that
crazy.
I saw on it was like there's good guys and bad guys all on the same sides, and they're
Hmm.
intermixed. And so I really don't know like how this is going to play out, because we really don't know. Like, we don't know the
No,
comics, we don't know the backstory, and that's what's going to be
no.
fun about this, is
Hmm.
discovering all that, because we had cartoons as a kid to kind of tell us what
Absolutely.
these worlds were about, and I have no idea how this could even be possible.
I don't even understand how the turtles got to Eternia in the first place. I haven't. I know there was like some loose comic based on this theory here, and somehow some of the Motu characters are mutating, and the turtles end up on Eternia, and everyone's mixing and matching. So I guess we're gonna all find out together. But it is very exciting.
Yes, it is very exciting, and when we got to see early images of this, I was not
Mhm.
impressed, but like the final product, I am really impressed with this, and I never thought I would be saying this, but I'm probably going to be buying this line.
Oh my god, it's your first like delvage into TMNT,
Yes.
right?
Hmm.
Yeah. And like I said, you were just learning who all the characters were. I think you got a little familiar with them because when you were out toy hunting, you'd sometimes pick me up some turtles and you know got a little more familiar with them. So I guess that was a good learning curve there for you to
Yeah, it
start
totally
getting
was.
familiar with them.
Totally was. And yes, Thomas, I am not in my own room. I am cleaning it out right now, and it is a disaster. Plus, they're doing demo in our kitchen, and it's just really loud where it is. So I'm in another part of the house, but I definitely
Mhm.
can't fool anyone on this stream.
No, they're like they see the little like outline around you.
It's my astral look. I thought it would be cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of like a tribute to Ghost Jaga, which is actually shipping to collectors right now. We've got an awesome article with some in-hand images of that if you're interested in checking it out. But let's start taking a look at these. And so the package reveals came out as well as the artwork. And at first, the first the first day they only dropped half the images of the artwork, so just the one half that was for each character, but you couldn't see like who they were battling on the other side. And there was one image that came out and got sort of shared all over social media for one of the card backs. And I guess the art team over at Mattel the next day decided, hey, we're just releasing all of it.
Just
So
drop
the
a big
first one
load.
here, yeah, I know, right? Was we've got Leonardo in his incredible new MOTU Origins Turtles of Grayskull packaging, and I can't be more thrilled about how cool this looks. And I'm like, damn it, now I'm gonna have to buy two because he looks so good. I mean, they've taken the homage of the Red Rock Burst and gave it, turtle-esque colors here. You have two logos, Masters of the Universe and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stickers on the blister card in the front with the little X, crossover Leonardo Hero Ninja Turtle Leader, and to freaking sweeten the pot, they added an illustration of both He-Man
Oh, that's
and freaking Leonardo coming out of a pipe, no less, from the sewer on the front card back. What do you think of this, Michael?
I'm actually really impressed with the card art and the card backs, because they're so colorful and all the colors go really well together. Like the
Yeah,
green, whatever, mutagen slime, red or like rock bursts are
yeah,
so cool. Like my favorite color is purple, so they had me at this card back anyway.
they had you at hello.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. How about you?
Yeah, I love this card back because you know me, like going back to the vintage figures that had that extra illustration on the front, the later waves of the Motu vintage figures, and having that extra little illustration on the front of the package just kind of pulls up my heartstrings. So getting He-Man and Leonardo on the front of here is like so cool. And you'll see on the villains, the package is a little different, but we'll get into that. So
Yeah,
I
that's
love this.
awesome. Yeah, I wanted to plus in a Hylian Dreads comment. Apparently, according to one of the card backs, the Technodrome explodes and they all end up on Eternia. Like, I want to see that happen.
That is awesome. Well, we're gonna take a look at the card backs in a second, but here is another close up of this illustration, and I love, this is a really classic look for He-Man. I think they totally nailed, the look of him. His head looks incredible. Now,
That's
if they can
great.
only make a figure with that awesome
Right.
head sculpt.
I know. It's like they can illustrate it. There's like digital printing machines and like Hasbro's doing their selfie series. It's like, come on,
Come on.
get it together.
Get it together. And then you can see, of course, Leonardo here, and he's got 2 katana blades, which we're going to talk about shortly. Some shell themed armor, shoulder armor and wrist guards, and he is wearing chest armor and a loincloth. Very, very Motu-esque, which is very cool. And of course, then we're going to go take a look at his artwork in the back. And this is awesome because you got Castle Grayskull in the background, Leonardo battling out with freaking Shredder, and it looks like Shredder's got some big nails or claws. Tell me your thoughts about this, and do you see anything special going on here, or I just want to hear your take.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I didn't know how these were gonna come, like how these characters were gonna come together and fight with each other, but like this seems like the most like turtle related. It's actually it's Leonardo battling Shredder, which they've done in the past. But I really can't wait to see what, like, we know that we have these figures that are revealed, but there's so many more. Like probably all the figures or characters on the poster are going to be made into figures too. Yeah,
absolutely. So we got to see the card back as well, including the cross sell. And my apologies that it's grainy, but this here reveals what we were speculating to be Wave 1, and we had originally put together a Wave 1 speculation article, and as well as this stream was going to be that, but then we saw this, and it absolutely confirmed what we're going to talk about, as well as that Wave 1 is indeed Donatello, Leonardo, Man-at-Arms, and Mutated He-Man, and then we have some information on deluxe figures for the wave as well.
Yes.
But yeah, right here is the explanation that you were talking about, Michael.
Oh yeah, from a Hylian Dread, right?
Yeah, and it says an explosion from the Technodrome sends the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles across dimensions to Eternia. Now augmented with tech from Man-at-Arms Armory, Leonardo leads his brothers into battle for the power of Grayskull. And did you see this little illustration about Leo's katana blades?
That's really cool. Like they're taking the Masters of the Universe like power swords, right, and turtleizing them.
And you can snap them together and it becomes a power sword, which is really awesome.
Yes. And it's funny, like this line it's really polarizing. Like there's people that really hate it, there's people that love it, and I don't think there's anyone that's like has a middle ground to this too. It's like it's like barf like it, barf like it. Can't stop fluffing it in. That's just a funny emoji anyway, so I'm just gonna do it again.
I know. Well, I'm kind of torn too, because there's some characters I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool, and then other ones I'm kind of like, what the heck are they thinking? But then like the more I look at them, then I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, and then they start to grow on you. So
yeah, that's what happened. Like I got a glimpse of them and then had to go back to work, and then I dove into some of the articles that you created, and I was like, geez, these look really, really good.
Yeah, I know, and especially compared to the initial images we're not going to talk about, but gave us some doubts, and now looking at what they really look like and on package, look really cool.
Yeah. This is also something Wookiee Sasquatch. I think this is probably a lot of collectors are thinking this. Like we want to be done with the Origins line and then move into a new one. But I think they're just doing I guess something maybe to keep it afloat so they can produce those figures or fund those figures. That's how I'm reading it. It's kind of like the Rulers of the Sun line, maybe.
Well, it's I think it's twofold. One, it's to prolong the line because we're kind of getting to very deep cuts in the Origins line as far as vintage figures that are left to produce. We're now delving into the new cartoon collection, so that would give some run to the line. But as you pointed out, Ninja Turtles has a huge appeal. It is a moneymaker. It's going to help the line last and be lucrative for the company, or at least keep Origins going.
Yeah.
So it'll help pay for it, new tooling, etc., all the things that they need. And it's got this other offshoot that's going to help create all these new characters. So I think, even if you don't like these figures, just think that it's good for the brand and it's good for Origins as a whole.
Oh, totally. Totally. Just before we go any further, just want to plus in a $4.99 super chat from Matt. Thank you so much. He's got a smiley face, so maybe he likes the line. Who knows? But
Matt looks like he's excited with that face.
Matt,
Some people are liking it. Nolan seems to really like the crossover. So
yeah, and I thought I was like, oh, cool, it's a line that I'm gonna skip, and then I started looking. I found some really high res images which help like seal the deal. I was like, dang, these are so detailed. One of the things that was puzzling is like they've made a new Buck with a cartoon collection, right? But they're using the old style legs, and I think it Bucks for here or for this turtle line.
They are, and at least they're getting their money's worth in terms of still using the molds, because now they're moving on to something else. And this, again, the dollar value that's created out of selling these figures with the old molds will help pay for all the new tooling of the new cartoon collection. So this is a closer look at how to combine the katana blade, and this is kind of reminiscent of those two houses of power sword that you got with the Masterverse line.
Totally. Yes, pop actor. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know if you just popped in, but it's like this line is very polarizing to people. So I don't know if you're just against frogs crossing, or not frogs, turtles crossing into MOTU, but I don't know. Yeah, it's like you either love them or you hate them. But there was one person that was in the middle ground, and I think that was Thanos Copter. I just have to scroll up to his. Oh yes, he is. So middle ground, more interested in the story and the art and parts. Yeah, I mean, I think for a new line like this, I think the story has to resonate with you in addition to seeing all the cool figures.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just really like the actual, the turtles themselves, because now they're on this Origins Buck, and which I think is a really good form factor for them. They're going to have some awesome articulation. You'll be able to swap parts if you want to. And we'll talk about their turtle shells in a minute, but I think they look great. I mean, Leo here looks fantastic.
Yes. And also before we go any further, I want to wish Rob 2023 a very happy birthday. Yes. And I think, I mean, Mattel would be dumb not to make all of this part swappable. So kit bashers and customizers, rejoice.
Absolutely. And, it reminds me of the awesome custom turtles that we got from Mr. Home Arcade, and he used MOTU Origins Bucks. And seeing the fact that they could turn, Ninja Turtles into Origins figures, cross them over this way, it gives me some excitement and some hope for maybe, let's say, Thundercats in Origin style or something.
Oh, geez. Like wow.
That would be so cool.
Just
right?
Like totally blew my mind.
Yeah. I've been wishing for that for like the longest time.
So
I'm just putting it out there.
No, yeah, and this is the thing with this line. Like they could go so many different directions because you introduced me to what is it, like the pizza van or whatever that is. It shoots pizzas. Like Dave is like the pizza track, right? It's attack track in the pizza van.
That would be so cool. I mean, there's so much they could do with this. But this is the high res image, and Leo looks incredible. But what do you think about it?
I think they look good. I'm really impressed with the armor pieces and just kind of the leaning into more of the samurai look. Because it looks like these are a lot of fun, and they come with a bunch of armor, which kind of surprised me.
Yeah, especially for, you know, first wave out, they usually slim that down to be more cost effective. But because they're reusing tooling that's already existing for the Origins figures, they're able to add all of this additional detail.
Yes.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Yeah. Neil Hunter Hyde would like an Elvira Origins figure. So if somebody can customize that for Neil, I'm sure he'd be a happy camper, because I'm not sure it'd be coming to retail.
Yeah. maybe you can take one of the Elvira figures and swap some parts or something like that and create a custom. But here is Donatello. So we can see that the heroic warriors all have the same card back with He-Man and Leonardo at the top. They don't have like the turtle specific character on there, but that's cool. I still appreciate that. And Leonardo says he's the heroic turtle at arms. So of course it makes sense, because I mean, Donatello is, you know, the mechanic, the inventor, the man at arms for turtles, if you will. So it makes sense that they made him in the man at arms armor.
Yeah, I'm confused actually with where they're going with this, because we have a Man at Arms figure, and then there is Donatello clad in Man at Arms armor, and I was like, what is going on here?
That is kind of weird. I don't understand, because we don't have the backstory. He does look cool in the armor.
Oh, he looks great. Yeah, 100%. But I'm like, what? I don't know what is happening here.
I don't know, because when we get to Man at Arms, you're going to see that he is turtleized, because he has a turtle shell. Well,
yeah, he came out actually really good too. Jeez,
he did. And when we go ahead and take a look at Donatello's artwork, this is what blew your mind, right, Michael?
Yes, yeah, because it's funny, because I took a screenshot and I was like, who is this from the TMNT world? And you're like, it's Beastman. Duh. I'm like, yes. I was like, they did such a good job hiding the fact that this is actually a Beastman figure, or a Beastman illustration. But if you zoom in, like, you can totally see it now. This is crazy.
There's Beastman's armor. Yeah, his furry orange arms and everything, and he's clad in a samurai outfit with like a samurai-like mask.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the eyes really drew me in, because that's a kind of a nod to the vintage figure, or the Origins one too.
Yeah, and you can see Beastman's you know, his jowl right here. You know, with his tusks or whatever, and his teeth. Which is really cool. And this is his whip, but it's kind of samurais, you know, right?
Yep. Oh yeah, yeah. The Oopsie Poopsie Beastman from the cartoon series came with a whip too. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there
or like a whip that's kind of shaped like that too.
Exactly. Yeah, it had a whip that was shaped like that. So that kind of shows you right there. Super cool that they're going to do Beastman. I'm assuming that the you know, mask should be removable, so you can see his face, and you know, he's got the little samurai horns and you know, little side pieces, and of course the samurai style skirt.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, like the colors go well. I mean, Roy and team have an amazing imagination just to like put this on like paper or virtual paper and illustrate these things. It's so freaking cool.
It is incredible. The amount of creativity that they have, and you know, I guess the brain power that went together at Mattel to come up with this was it's spectacular that they're able to fold these things together. But the one thing that really blew me away, and it was one of our crew members that pointed this out, and I think it was, and I'm just taking a look so I don't give credit to the wrong person, but it was Giraffe who pointed out to me, because I was in such a hurry to get this out, that thank you, Giraffe, the shell is removable.
Oh wow.
On both, I think on all the turtle figures, but at least on Donatello and Man at Arms for sure. And it becomes a shell, a shield. Sorry about that. So you can take the shell off, he can use it as a shield, and then you can see that it's basically a MOTU Origins buck underneath, but it does kind of look like it's a little bit flattened out in the back. You know, sort of turtle shell-like.
Yeah. But oh my gosh, that's so interesting. Yeah, because they're not reusing that like same like muscular back buck, right?
Yeah. So it kind of fits into that turtle shell.
Yes. Did we plus this in already? Because I think it
No,
happened.
we haven't yet.
Oh, okay. All right. Kleber Lira, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Very kind of you. And yeah, like really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. That's very, very sweet of you. Yeah, and taking a look at, the actual high-res image for Donatello, like out of all the figures, for some reason, this seems to be my favorite so far.
The color combination works really well, and I guess the whole presentation of the armor, and also just it's so fun to see like helmets on the turtles because
I know.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And you know what gets me is like the funny thing is because the turtles have that very obelisk, like kind of like shaped head. Man-at-Arms helmet fits on Donatello's head perfectly, like the shape of it. It's just right.
Yeah. Maybe he's like Man-at-Arms apprentice or something. I have no idea.
Yeah, and the funny thing is like he's got his bow staff, but then it's got like the Man-at-Arms, mace at the end of it.
Yes. Yeah, this is funny. I was just thinking, oh yeah, so like another crossover line that I really liked that wasn't Turtles related was the Masters of the WWE Universe figures. So it's like I have collected one type of crossover, so this is probably going to get me into another one.
There you go, and it isn't. That's a really good point right there. This is not like never seen before. They've done it with WWE figures. And the neat thing is they didn't just like reuse the MOTU Origins bucks per se. It might be maybe the legs and the arms. They got new hands, but the torso and I guess the crotch piece. I'll say crotch. It's the same, but
gratuitous crotch shot. Let's do it. Zoom right in there.
There you go. That's like that looks the same, but the reason I'm zooming in so close is if you'll notice the torso, this is not the regular musculature of the Origins figures because he is a turtle. This has that more flat, front turtle shaped shape to it. It's still got that musculature, but it is in the turtle style, which I think is really awesome. So
yeah, I think that's definitely cool. I know that they modeled that after my washboard abs, so like I'm really happy to see that finally in a figure.
Yep. Yeah, I know, Michael. You have to take some time off to post for that. But
I know I do. Yeah, I just came back from Mattel's headquarters, though.
That is awesome. And they found a way to hide, and incorporate some little turtle homages into the armor as well.
Yes,
he's got it here on his knee guards. Of course, he's got his turtle feet with his two toes, which is awesome. And again, a little bit more turtle shell motif in the shoulder armor as well, and in the front mouth guard. Right there.
That's the aspect that I love the most. Yeah, I love, this is the part that I love the most is those little turtle details. And it's like, even if you'd see in his arm, it looks like, it looks like a turtle shell, but you can also see rivets too. So it's like metal.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. Cool. And they didn't just reuse parts and slap them on a turtle. This is all brand new, totally reimagined, and definitely a crossover.
Yeah,
they did all this, basically from scratch. Like I said, maybe they just reused a couple parts. It could be the shins, the legs, and like the crotch and the arms. Everything else looks like a brand new skull.
That's awesome. Sorry.
We won't do another crotch shot again.
Oh man, it's the 5-year-old in me. Come on. Please.
Okay, one more time.
Love it. Okay.
That's awesome. And then since we're on the subject of Man-at-Arms, now we have the actual, I guess this is a mutated version of Man-at-Arms, if I'm not mistaken, because he's got a turtle shell on his back.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I haven't read his card or anything, but like overall, I thought the figure did it was a nice meld of samurai, ninja, and the Masters of the Universe aspect.
Absolutely, and this is a new sculpt for Man-at-Arms as well. You can see this one does have the original MOTU Origins buck underneath. We'll take a closer look at the figure within, but he just got the samurai details The turtle shell details as well on his shin guard and his shoulder armor. So this one's really cool. And taking a look at his card art, you see there.
Yeah, really cool stuff. Rob was just pointing out that we forgot to mention the turtle nuts too. So, but I think they're hidden by the furry loincloth. So we might not.
Oh my god, family jewels are hidden.
But they're well protected.
That's a new one. Hashtag turtle nuts. We're gonna trend a new one now.
Go. What the flock and turtle nuts.
Exactly. I got my husband saying, "What the flock?"
Oh, that's awesome.
I know. That's so funny. This artwork is incredible. What I didn't understand on here, and get me if I'm wrong, why is Krang green? He doesn't need to be green. He should be like flesh tone colored. Krang's android body is flesh tone, and it's got a little section in the middle for the little Krang brain to sit in, because it's supposed to be like a robot body for him to be in, because Krang is the actual brain inside. I don't understand why he's green.
That's a good point. And I guess, like, are we supposed to like map these figures to like different characters in the Masters of the Universe? Like, I guess Man at Arms is Man at Arms, but turtleized. But like, what Krang has me baffled.
He does. He absolutely does, because like one of his hands is a chained mace, the other one is his hand. He's got spikes on the side of his head, which are different, and his mouth kind of reminds me of Whiplash a little bit.
Yeah. It's funny. Like I thought that too, but I'm like, where's the tail? I guess they can't throw everything in there, but I think it's interesting too. Like with the illustration, that might point, maybe point out what. Ooh, dang. Okay, boom. Mind blown.
I know. I just saw it all in the chat. You guys are smarter than we are, and Baroness says it. Cobweb Collector and Horrible.
Right. We're all talking, and everybody's like, Megator!
Like totally flew over our heads because we have so much going on. Of course, it's Megator.
Yes. Crew member, action figure, archaeologist. How large is Krang? I guess I think he's using the Andre the Giant, like a modified Andre the Giant buck. So he's a little bit taller, or he might be 1.5 times the size of the regular figures.
Yeah. And then, that's the chained mace right there, Megator. There you go. Sorry, we didn't get that. And actually, it's going to stretch him out a little bit more than Andre the Giant's body, because he's got that little internal piece where the Krang brain sits.
Yes, yeah. The high res images were perfect, because I was like, I want to see little Krang in there and what he looks like. But these illustrations give you some details that the one picture that they put out so far of Krang, he's probably going to come with a that chain that attaches to his hand as a weapon.
Absolutely. Yeah, he is looking incredible. And while we're going through this, Michael, I actually forgot to load up Krang and Mouse Jaw. So
no worries.
Do that on another window while we're going through them, because I had the package reveal stuff.
All good.
So he looks really cool, and of course, Man at Arms, as you can see in this illustration, does not have a shell on his back because he's using it as a shield.
Oh, right. Okay.
He can remove it, right? So as we're seeing in this next illustration from the card back, it pops off and he uses it as a shield, which is really cool. I think that's great. I'm not sure exactly what the furry, cape part is going to be referring to. And if someone in the chat knows, please let us know what that could probably be. But that is too cool. So it's just like an armor piece that pops onto his back.
I like that. There's a lot of playability with this stuff. Like they really thought out like kind of how the parts go together, and like which parts they're going to put on the front, and which types of bucks they're going to use. And I'm really digging all the like turtle armor and turtle shields. Like I didn't think I would like this, but it's really growing on me.
Yeah, me too. I at first I was like, oh, the whole line's a pass. I'll save some money. And now I'm like, damn, they're cool. And what really got me was the package reveals.
Yes. Like Every time somebody reveals their package, it always gets me too. So
You gotta love a good package.
right? Speaking of package, so this is what I don't understand about this samurai armor. There is no family jewel covering whatsoever, but his thighs are covered. So, you know, somebody could go in with a really nice shot and take him down.
Yeah, I guess maybe samurais didn't think about that back then because
I
it's kind
guess
of
not.
a typical
It was
typical
probably against the
style.
rules of war of engagement with samurais.
Maybe that was like against their honor to like to hit that point. So why protect it?
Yes.
Absolutely, and it looks like Man at Arms turtle shell accents are more pronounced than the one
Mhm.
on Donatello. This is not a reuse of his same armor because you can see the knee guard is much bigger, and so is the design on the shoulder armor, which is really cool.
It is cool. Yeah, I love the way that they've integrated that
Mhm.
kind of classic man-at-arms look with all like the oversized shoulder armor and also just the front armor too, where it has that
Mhm.
I guess the coverage for the neck.
Yeah.
Question though for you, is
Mhm.
man-at-arms helmet removable or not?
I would probably say not. It does look like a well. There's a little bit of a shadow around his head. It does look like it's a samurai, shaped
Mhm.
style helmet.
Yeah.
It's a different design for his head. There's actually a quite a bit of like daylight in between
Yeah,
the
that's what
helmet and
makes
his
me think
feet.
like it could be,
It might
but
be.
I don't know how you like I don't know what his hairstyle would be under there unless he just has helmet head and you just like smush it down. No, I'm being totally serious because like man
No,
at arms,
that looks like me after a long day out when I go out to the construction site and I've got my hard hat on all day. And then I always joke around about it. You take it off, you get helmet head.
that's funny. Man at arms has some really nice hair, and so I want to. I actually want to see if that's removable. I really want to see that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's a really good question. I think if it was a removable helmet, do you think that they would have like advertised it, showed it on the back cross sell, or
Oh,
included it?
maybe. I'm no, yeah, no idea. But I mean, it looks like really form fitting, and so I'm like,
Mhm.
"Ugh." It's
Yeah,
probably glued on.
it probably is, unfortunately. And his shell shield looks really cool. I love that the shell itself is the same color as his armor, not like brown or anything like that.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
the
Yeah, I
the
like
end of the weapon does attach to Dong's
that's
weapon.
so cool. I don't even like I haven't studied all these parts to like know how they
Yep,
fit together, but
right
that's
there.
really cool. Like again, like they're thinking about the playability of this whole
Mhm.
universe.
Yeah, because Ninja Turtles are really aimed at kids. I mean, we all love them, but they're still prevalent in kids who play with toys in their lives and they love, the Ninja Turtle property still. Of course,
Yeah.
we have the new movie that's out, Mutant Mayhem. And so they built in all this play factors into these toys. They're very toyetic, if you want to call it that, because they know that kids are going to like these and this is a great way to bring kids back into Motu.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Lord Helmet.
Oh my gosh, that would be
I love
amazing.
that. That is hilarious.
Giraffe. When
That
you
is
look at Man at Arms' face there, do you see a frowny Muppet face like his mustache is the mouth? I, possibly. It's yeah, I mean, like once you say
yeah,
that, sometimes you just can't unsee stuff.
kinda
And great,
unsee it.
thanks, Giraffe.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, damn. But I mean, I think he still looks cool. I love that, he has his signature mustache. He looks awesome. This one, I'm still a little bit on the fence on, but they made him translucent, so now I'm kind of
Yeah.
like, ugh, I might have to buy it. I love translucent figures.
I think you're gonna have to. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on with this figure. There's neon, there's translucent, there's mutagen pulsing through his arms and his legs, and he has that
Ooh.
anti-Eternia armor.
I know. It's the Corridite's like spiky on there too. And the cool thing about this one, Michael, that really got me when we got the cardback art for him is the front of it has Skeletor and
Oh
Shredder on
yeah.
the top.
That's
It
so
is
cool.
not He-Man and Leonardo. They did not reuse the same cardback for the
Yeah,
villains.
love it. Yeah, this mutated He-Man is great. Like I think they did a great job just with making this translucent and just making it different.
Yeah, and he looks like it's more beefed up. It's not the standard Buck.
Right. Yeah. Again, that was coming back from that modeling thing that I did down there. So hopefully they translated that correctly.
I think they did. They really, they really were able to get your arms very well. So taking a look at this a little bit closer, awesome illustration of Skeletor and Shredder. And I'm trying to figure out what the kind of red emblem is on Shredder's armor. Or is that supposed to be kind of horde-like?
Yeah.
It's not a horde bat.
Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking Shredder is taking the role as Hordak here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking. Especially just if you look at the back of the card too, like it kind of pairs those two things together. So yeah, it's interesting to see like what are they going to try and mash up with who? I guess Shredder looks pretty much basically what Shredder used look like in Turtles, right? Just with a little maybe Hordakarized.
Yeah, he's a little Hordakarized, and someone saying that Highland Dread says that that's the new Foot Clan logo. It just seems to be like a red.
Oh, cool.
Portion of his armor. The Foot Clan logo is like a foot. So maybe that is the case. But if you take a look at the artwork in the back, and I think out of all of the artwork packages, this is the one that blew me away. And the reason is we have a freaking tease for a Technodrome Shredder themed slime pit.
That's insane. Like we didn't even get a slime pit in the Origins line. If they're going to make that for this, like bring it on, because they could probably reuse some parts for a regular slime pit, right? That's awesome.
Absolutely. And take a look at that, because instead of the little skull head on the top, it's Shredder's helmet, which is really awesome. And you got the slime coming down here, and this is kind of a little bit more samurai-esque in terms of the column capitals on the side. But
yeah, looks really awesome. Yeah, I think like the He-Man, this I guess what they did with the total package here, like with the mace, and I love his like spikes on his armor, his wrist guards, and his belt too.
Oh my god, yeah, they're ginormous. and his fingernails.
Right.
He's just spiky all over.
Yeah.
Like, watch out.
Yeah. That looks awesome right there.
And one more thing I was going to point out that I don't know if you noticed this, Michael, and if you look at the image zoomed in a little more, but what do you see back here?
I don't.
It's the Craggly Fright Zone tree.
Oh, you're right. That's so cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Kind of peeking out, but you never know what's lurking back there. But you've got like these little tubes coming out of here, and that's why I say this is kind of technodromy, eyes with these little spikes on the side, but having Shredder's head on there, that's really
so cool. Cora got it.
Yep. Right,
that's awesome. So cool.
Yep.
Is Shredder holding like a vial of mutagen? Is that what that is?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's exactly what he has in his hand, and he just created his beast, the Arab mutated He-Man.
That's so cool. Yeah, so it's basically like the anti-Eternia version of He-Man, basically blended with the TMNT lore.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. Second most famous tree, Skype.
I knew that was coming from Giraffe. I'm like, I was counting down. I'm like, 3, 2, 1, boom, there it is.
Yep, absolutely. And that is the mutagen pit. So instead of slime, it's mutagen ooze that's coming down on here, and it created mutated He-Man. And here he is.
Dang.
Wow.
So it's so funny because you look at these over and over and over again, you miss some little details. Like I was
like his toes?
Yeah, his toes, because I was like, did I like, because I was putting him on like a featured image, and I'm like, did I do that wrong? And I was like, well, wait, no, he's got his toe showing.
Yeah, they're breaking out of his boots.
Yeah,
which is
that's
a
awesome.
hilarious detail.
Yeah, this is like one of the more over the top figures. The hair, I don't know, like maybe a different shade of green, but I guess
Yeah.
is that muted? Is that the same like mutagen green?
Yeah, I guess you can call it that. And he has like a funny smirk on his face. But you know what this tells me?
What?
Here, after seeing this,
Break it down.
like Slime Fit He-Man. It's got to be coming.
Yeah. Or is
Right?
is this like, or is this the version of Slime Pit He-Man? Or are you started Slime Pit He-Man from the Origins line?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I think people
Change
really
it up
love
just
that.
a little bit, and you got Slime Fit He-Man.
You're totally right. Yeah, because they would probably do like a translucent green type of plastic like that too.
Absolutely. And you reuse this buck, and he has to be kind of transformed because the slime pit did something to him. I don't think that they would just take the regular He-Man buck. This makes a lot more sense.
Totally. Robzilla, great point. Interesting note about Mutagen He-Man, the wrist bracers and belt could be easily used for a Lodar figure in the Origins line. That would be cool.
Wow. There you go. They're always thinking, right?
Oh, totally. And Rob 2023, I had the same thought when I saw this. I was like, yeah, it's definitely give me Faker John Cena vibes.
Totally. Exactly. Wow. So this is really cool. So these 4 figures make up wave 1. We already know that because of the cross sell. And what we're going to dive into next is what the rest of wave 1 is, which were the other 2 figures that were announced. And my apologies for not having this loaded up.
Oh gosh, no worries.
But,
no worries.
as you know, it was Mouse Jaw, which is a combination of Trapjaw and Mouser, and of course Krang. And those are going to be deluxe figures, which of course our waves are usually made up of 4 standard figures and 2 deluxe, so they can have the larger card back on the pegs at retail. And my apologies, I'm going to scroll down to them.
Okay.
But these 2 figures are really awesome. And first of all, taking a look at Krang, and I don't know how it totally, flew right over both our heads that this is supposed to be Megator.
Right.
But he does have 2 hands, and you can swap out one of them for his chained mace. And then I guess there's Megator's, hair, his black hair for that little.
Yes. Yeah. I think we're like staring at this stuff too much, and we're like,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the beauty of sharing all this with everybody out there, is because we can everybody comes with a different perspective and see stuff that we miss, and vice versa.
Yeah. Exactly. And what do you think? I mean, Krang, his little android body in the middle to me is a little small. But maybe because I've seen other Krang figures done where like Krang's actually a little bit more of his like full size.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they probably were leaning more on the master side with this one, because I guess if you had him any bigger, he would basically take up kind of the whole midsection, right, or like in his chest.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's cool.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess if they're doing Krang as Megator, could they also do a regular Megator as Megator? in Origin?
They totally could. Yeah, they totally could. And then can we get Titus too?
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Want it all.
I want it all.
This
one's really cool.
Song.
I know. I was gonna break out and sing, but I'm not gonna do that. So here we can see. No, I'm not gonna do it. Here we can see Krang sitting inside that center part of his body, and it's basically taking the peg system of his his torso from the crotch and from the torso up portion, and kind of sandwiching in between the 2 pieces, which I think is brilliant. And it's probably where Krang plugs into one of those pegs, which is really cool.
That is cool. I have a question. Is there a door? Is that green part that's on the left, is that a hinge, or is just like a side piece for?
It does look like a hinge. I was gonna say I want to see what that looks like when it's closed, but it's probably like a big belt or something. But his belt's down here. That's what I'm trying to understand, because there isn't another photograph of him with this part closed. It would be cool if it had like a little cut out window so you can still see Krang inside when it's closed.
Yeah. All right. So I guess another question for you, I guess is Krang like, is his brain like usually larger than other?
And what I wanted to do is just I'm gonna Google search that real quick, but and show you what it typically looks like.
Yeah, that's what you're
So
talking about, like the human android body, right?
yeah. So you can see here, it is I guess on the smaller side, but there's usually a little frame that surrounds it, and it could be like a like a translucent door, or sometimes it's not even enclosed. But this is the vintage figure here
Oh,
of
cool!
Krang. You
Wow.
can see how that works, and there's been newer versions of it. This is the one from NECA over here, and I think Loyal Subjects did one as well that I do have the figure of. I don't see an image of that one, but that's essentially what the look of it is. So I'm very curious to see what this looks like if it's got like an opening in that, so you can see Krang's face when it's closed.
Yeah, Frankie, that'd be cool if he could put I think he'd corrected it to He-Man's head inside Krang's body, but yeah, I wonder if like an actual like head would fit in there too. It's like, or you
I
just like,
know
here's a place to put your accessories. Stow him in his
that
body.
would be awesome. And I'm trying to go back to the artwork that had Krang on it so we can take a look.
Yeah.
And see how he was illustrated, but it does, it does have that little frame around the figure, the Krang brain, so you can see him through there. But it's weird because this is gray, and the other one has like a big green piece on it, so it's a little hard to tell.
Oh, it totally is. But yeah. So maybe that is a hinge there.
Yeah, this is a hinge for sure.
Does
And
Krang
you can
have
see
a
right
hole?
where it kind of clips in.
Yeah. Okay.
In this little side.
That makes sense. I wish they would like put out a little, like one more picture would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice, but I guess we're lucky to get what we got, and then
Yeah, that's true.
These are going to be like the next round, right? That we won't be expecting.
Oh, yeah, can't wait for that one.
They like dumped everything on us all at once.
Drop it on the weekend, please. Like, this is crazy. Oh my gosh, this one. When I saw this figure, I was like, this is totally ridiculous, but it's really sweet.
Oh my god! So this is so the Mousers are like the little robots that Baxter Stockman, which is one of the bad guys, created. He's kind of like their crazy mad scientist guy, and so it's really cool that this clips onto Trapjaw's robotic arm, if you want to call it that, and you can actually take the Mouser off. Like it could be separated. He still has his other attachments on his belt, which is really cool. And the belt, instead of the skull, has a turtle in the center of it.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, right there's so much to look at. There's so much to look at in here. And like, I guess it would make sense that Krang in this figure would be deluxe because they have so much, and we are not seeing probably half of what they're coming with either.
Absolutely. And they're using that same kind of blast effect that they did for like Cobra Khan and that kind of stuff, which is really cool. And I really like that. Did you notice Trapjaw's feet?
Yeah, they're like Mouser feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they totally lean into that whole thing, and even like Trapjaw's head, which is insane.
Yeah,
his home.
It looks like he's got a Mouser head over his jaw.
That's cool.
It's hard to see if I think it's articulated, but it's a little hard to see if that's just all molded in because it doesn't. I mean, there's a kind of a little bit of a line. Hopefully, it hinges down.
Yeah, that's a cool blast effect, though.
It is. Hopefully, it's not too heavy. Like it doesn't weigh him down.
Yeah. So yes, action figure archaeologist. Yes, the attachments on the belt are Mouser's legs. I did a really crappy Photoshop job showing that, but anyway,
that's these right here. Yep. Because there is the hole.
Yep.
Right there. So when you take the Mouser off, you can take these two legs, attach them on either side, and then you have a little Mouser robot.
Yeah, I think if you scroll down one more picture.
Did you do that?
Yep.
Oh my God, there it is. You're brilliant. That is too cool.
Yep.
That is freaking awesome.
I was like, I'll just do a really bad Photoshop job because this is how I think it works.
That's so cool. And I give you huge props for that, not being a ginormous turtle fan, and you still were able to figure that out.
Hey, you know what? It's
job.
growing on me. So
Good job.
I'll leave
It's
it at
so
that.
funny. And my apologies that like all the ads that are popping up right now are for shelving.
That's
You know
funny.
what I'm trying to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're targeted for you anyways.
I've been shelving shopping, so that's awesome. So these are incredible figures. Super excited and love the teases that we got in the artwork. So
yeah, it's Photoshop talent, right? Really bad, but hey, it works. It's That's illustrative. Awesome. I feel like Doc Brown. It's like the model is not to scale, so I apologize.
You're so funny. Hey, it did the job. It looks great.
Is there? Do you have a favorite of the 6 here?
I think it's Donatello, actually. How about you?
I didn't think I would like Krang, but I actually really like him. It's between
well,
like
now
Krang
that I know he's supposed to be Megator, I'm like, oh my God, he's awesome.
Yeah, it's like Krang or the Mutated He-Man was pretty cool. I did like that one. I like you. I'm a fan of the translucent stuff. Like I think they're doing that with the Necroconda figure too. So they're doing that a lot with these figures, which I think is cool.
I know. And speaking of translucent figures, that was an awesome segue. So I can kind of show off my.
You segued yourself.
Dragonor that came in, and this is Kareem, the awesome translucent figure, which I absolutely love. These turned out so good. I just got my set. I actually only ordered 4 of them so far because I was like, oh, I'm trying to like cut down and save some money with all the household expenses. And of course, each of the figures come packed with a little build-a-figure part. And now I'm like, I have to get the last 2 because I want to put that figure together because they turned out incredible. But if you love translucent figures, this guy, how could you not love a blue translucent genie? He's really cool.
Yeah. It's like the genie on what, Pee-wee's Playhouse? I don't know.
Yeah. And if you want to see more close-up photos of these, they're all on a review on our website. And the one figure I was seriously impressed with was this guy Anator, which is the red dude that kind of looks like a Chinese dragon. His paint apps are incredible. The face sculpt is like really cool. Everything's very clean and well done. And the plastic just feels so good. And it's just, the quality of these figures is incredible. And they're not just 5 POA. The head moves, the waist moves, of course the legs and the arms, but they also have wrist articulation here and at their boot cuts. So it's really like 9 points.
Oh, that's
which is awesome. I know.
That's very cool.
I know. These are great, and they're modular, so you can kind of pop the arms off and other stuff. But yours are on their way, right, Michael?
I have no idea. My wife got them, I think, for she funded the Kickstarter, I think, for a Father's Day gift.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but it's like I would think that I would be getting them first before like Big Bad Toy Store would be shipping them out.
I know, and so I've read that they came on separate shipping containers.
Oh,
and
okay.
Big Bad Toy Store's order from Formo Toys was on a different container than the ones that were going directly to Formo's warehouse, and I guess they were a little bit ahead. So if you still want to buy these, they are in stock on BBTS, and they're incredible, and so highly recommend them.
Yeah, I think one other thing that I want to touch upon is the oh shoot, let's see. Oh, I think I need to add this one. There we go. So the retailers overseas somehow got like official images, and they've been uploading them to their websites. I haven't seen any US online retailer do this, but it gives us like our first actual like really good look and detailed look at these 2 packs and 1 exclusive figure that's exclusive to Walmart. But I'm like I've watched Stranger Things halfway through and just never circled back to it, but I think I'm probably going to pass on this one, but I mean, I like Skeletor's colors and things like that, but the Demigorgon is not doing it for me.
Yeah. Yeah, me neither. I don't, something about the scary flower head or something. I've never watched the show. I'm sure it's really good. I just never got around to watching it. But I'm sure there's some fans out there that'll absolutely love it. There's a lot of Stranger Things crossover figures and toys of that nature. So it's one thing I'll be probably passing on, but a lot of people will like it.
Son of Stratos and Beastman. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that Allison would probably have her customizing head turning in this, so she'll probably buy. I'll bet you they'll probably be on clearance again.
Oh, totally. I mean,
Yeah.
this 2-pack's probably going to be clogging the shelves. But checking of shelves, Target is starting to get stuff in. So take a look. I know, the Rulers of the Sun 3-pack are starting to show up on shelves, and also Slush Head is starting to show up. So there's some new stuff.
Yeah.
And this guy, Michael, that you found, you got this image, but Necroconda comes with a freaking what did you call it? That they described this on the forum.
It was a snake. He called it a snake butt in the in the description. It was awesome.
That is
very
hilarious.
Cool. It was on some German site, and I think that probably just translated really poorly, but it was awesome.
I love that. Now he's got a snake butt, but that's really cool that they found a use for that snake tail, that we got from Lady Slither. Yes. And that just makes this one that much more awesome, and it'll be that much more upsetting when we can't get him because he's a Walmart exclusive.
I know. Yeah, I still haven't found Mothman in my area yet. So yes, thanks, Rob. 2023, and I guess I'll be going up to see my son in college in Reno, and so I'll probably find more Mothman. Maybe, you know what? When these drop, I'm going to time a trip up to Reno, see my son. But I love that you can see like all the detail in this figure, because it's I actually didn't realize this because it was so tiny, but it's actually reusing King Hiss's snake head, and it's not Rattler. I thought it was Rattler for some reason because it was tiny, but yeah, because the eyes are not on top of his head like Rattler. Yeah. Somebody it's funny because I'd put that it was reusing Rattler's head in the article, and somebody emailed me and was like, no, it's actually King Hiss's snake head. And I was like, sweet.
which is awesome. And he has a soft goods cloak on him, so that kind of covers up, King Hiss's head has a little bit of that like neck ring around it, the little the bottom base of it, so that kind of covers that up. But it looks really good, and you're right, it is King Hiss's head.
So it's basically a mashup of what King Hiss, Snake Armor He-Man, and Snake Armor Skeletor, and Lady Slither, right? That's
and really I love awesome. That he has a soft goods cloak.
Yeah,
I mean, because it's just gonna drape on him that much nicer. A little like Kenobi hood,
Oh, jeez, Allison! Thank God it's not Rattler. That head is reused. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that head in the.
Me neither.
What was that?
It looks good on Rattler, but that's we don't have to use it 20 times.
Right, exactly. It's like just because you have the mold doesn't mean you need to overuse it.
Over and over and over.
Oh, again. Too bad that is the question. Is that the first fabric cape in Origins? There's been a lot of figures to go back in my memory.
I'm trying to think. Did She-Ra has a cloth cape, doesn't she?
Yes, she does. Yes.
I really wished that King Randor came with one, but I'm going to give a big shout out to the Cape Master, because I used one of his capes on King Randor, and it was actually the cape he made for Darkseid from the Superpowers. It fit King Randor perfectly because it had the little connector piece and the blue cape. It looks awesome. So if you want a soft goods cape, use that one.
Totally, Rob. I'm guessing he's a box figure like Mossman, and the other two are regular. Oh yeah, because we haven't seen official images of Terror and Lord Grasp. I'm waiting for those because those look.
So these are both probably going to be box figures, because this will be boxed just like Lady Slither and Mossman was, and the other ones are a 2-pack. Right? Yes. Or are they separate? The other two snakes?
Sorry, what was your question?
The other two Walmart exclusive snakes, are they a 2-pack or are they separate? They're separate.
Yeah, I don't know if we know, like, I guess they have separate SKUs, so they are separate. Right. Yeah.
I got it confused. I got
Not right.
Skeletor and the
There's
Demogorgon. So.
there's so many things going on. Like they dropped 1 billion figures on us, like what on October 4th, which sounds like it feels like it was a year ago that they dropped all this stuff.
For me, it was a year ago because I've been through so much in the last 2 weeks. No, I can't even think straight. But this is incredible, and you were able to track these down on a couple different foreign websites up for pre-order, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's funny. Like usually, it's weird. These are billed as Target exclusives and Walmart exclusives in the U.S., but overseas, I guess they're fair game for anyone. So typically, some of the overseas sellers, like the whole shebang in the UK, there was, I think, a small tiny toy something had put these up, and I don't think I've ever heard of that site either.
No, and as a matter of fact, you also tracked down wave 1 of the Turtles of Grayskull on a forum website as well.
Oh yeah, the whole shebang. Yeah, the whole shebang is pretty much they're pretty much really fast at putting this stuff up for pre-order. So but what I love about this is you kind of get an idea when the figures are going to come out, because they say it's February 2024. So like I've heard late December, January, February, like there's so many dates flying around, but this kind of maybe hones it in a little closer.
Yeah, no, that absolutely gives us an idea. We know it's going to be around the beginning of the year, and people have pre-ordered from this website. Like they pre-ordered Mossman and got them. So I don't know what the $23.99 in pounds plus shipping translates into US dollars.
Yeah,
but if you can't wait and you absolutely want to get them, there's a place to go pre-order them. So check out the links on our website, because you found all of wave 1.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. And yeah, Cora. Yeah. It's called Small
Toys.
Tiny Toy Store. And yes, that is the German toy site that I found those ones on. But
that's very cool.
they're just kind of cropping up everywhere, so it's cool. So,
that's awesome.
Very cool stuff. I don't know. Are you looking forward to when this line drops? And I guess what I'm looking forward to is like all the card art teases and like what they can do with this line, because there's so many.
Opens up like a whole new world of stuff to collect, and I'm just like, God, like they're just pulling out our heartstrings and our wallets at the same time.
Yes, and I'm assuming Kleber Lyra, I think you might also be in Germany as well, and probably Cora can vouch for that too. Yeah, it's weird. Like we have Origins figures are few and far between in the US, and Masterverse is aplenty, but it looks like it's opposite overseas, and I'm not sure why that is.
Yeah, I hope they can get their distribution straightened up. But we have a lot of exciting things happening in the MOTU Origins line. I can't wait to see what comes out. And I was going to share some fun from today before we wrap up. if you all want to see my fun adventures when I finally got to relax a little bit this afternoon.
Yes, and I always have to say this person's username, but Unicron's left nut. It is too much all at once, and yes, I agree. It is a lot. They just dropped all these figures on us on the 4th, and then they follow up with this, and it's going to be a whole new subline. So, but yeah,
absolutely,
I get it.
So, I got to take out Torpedo for a spin today. He joined me at the pool. It was one of the only figures I had handy, and got a little bit of time to relax. And he looks really cool as far as an action figure in the water and with his little mask there. So that was a lot of fun, and me just finally getting to enjoy the afternoon. Sorry, I guess I hit the wrong button, so you guys aren't even seeing the other photos. So share screen, entire window. There we go. So that was Torpedo in the water. Oops. And there he is. So that was quite fun. Finally, I was like, okay, now I have a pool. And like the first thing I wanted to do was go have fun with Torpedo.
As you should.
Yeah, that was a special moment for me.
That's good. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't think you've gotten to enjoy your house like ever up until now. So.
It's been a month of moving, remodeling, just running around trying to get the other house closed up, and just total exhaustion. So this afternoon was the first time I actually got to relax for a couple hours and enjoy. And this was kind of like my reward, for kind of like finally getting there and getting to see Torpedo in the pool was just awesome.
Yes. Oh yeah. So you flashed Hawkman up there. So now we have a question. Hawkman with normal colors.
Yes. So I want to give a huge shout out to Michael. And did this window open up? So Michael calls me today and he goes, I'm at Target, is there anything you're looking for? Blah, blah, blah. So of course there's this new McFarlane Hawkman, not this version that's come out. He's kind of in a more gray and blue color scheme. And there's a chase version that's come out of Hawkman in his classic colors. It's the McFarlane Platinum Edition of Hawkman. This is his colors that are reminiscent from the Superpowers line, of course. And as soon as I saw this image come up online, I was like, oh my God, there's like a classic color Hawkman. That's awesome. And I started to do a Google search today, and it popped up. The one website was selling it. It said it was BBTS, and I got so excited. And when I clicked on it, it was sold out. I don't know when they put it up for sale. I didn't even know that they had it even available for sale. So for the heck of it, when Michael calls and says, oh, I'm at Target, is there anything you want? And I'm like, shoot the shit here. Hey, if you happen to see this Hawkman, let me know. What did you find this afternoon, Michael? And this is a chase figure. Very hard to come across.
I know nothing about these figures, and so I was walking by an end cap, and I was like, oh, that kind of looks like the picture that you should. Because I mean, I just glanced at the picture because I'm probably like, I'm never gonna find this thing because I never find anything at my Target. So I did walk by. It was just on a random end cap with I think all of the new DC figures, but this particular Target is really bad at just like piling stuff into their shelves, and so they basically overflow them on here. So yeah, I snapped a picture and went to checkout, and there she is.
I can't believe you found it. When I just kind of just said, what the heck, let me see if Michael can get a hold of one of these for me at some point. And you were awesome that you landed that for me, so thank you. That was the cherry on top of my fun day. And also another one that's shipping to collectors right now is Buzzer. I haven't even opened him yet, but he's in stock right now on BBTS. So not sure. And there's your picture of Hawkman.
Oh yeah, I was trying to get that one up. I'm like, I think that's it. I'll just go buy it.
That is awesome. And I hadn't looked at my phone because my electrician was at the house today. The power was off for a couple hours. And then you're like, oh, did you see what I found you? Did you look at your text message? And when I opened it up, I was like, no freaking way. How did you find this?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That was
funny.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. And speaking of chase figures, so on the private after party with the addicts and the junkies, I did order 6 more Hulk Hogan's just to see if I could get a chase figure in the box. And so we're going to do a live unboxing. It got delivered today and I have no idea what's in it, but could be regular Hulks or some of the chase figures.
That is too cool. I only ordered 2 Hulks, and one had yellow boots and the other had blue.
That's crazy. I ordered 2 as well, and they gave me 2 yellow.
Yeah. And I know the Baroness of Toys only ordered 1, and she told me that she got a blue boot one, and she's like, isn't that the regular one? I'm like, no, it's the chase. You got the chase figure. So out of 1, she got lucky. So I'm sure, Michael, if you ordered 6, you got to get one of them.
I mean, I hope so. I'm trying to play the law of averages here. Like I ordered 21 mini comic Man-E-Faces from Amazon just because I wanted, like, they pack stuff like Walmart very poorly. And so I'm like, it's probably going to take 20 figures to get 3 good ones.
Yeah. And you want them all with the different faces showing, right?
Yes, I do. I'm weird. So, anyway,
I ordered 3. No, you're not weird. I ordered 3 and they all had the robot face.
Oh.
I wanted one with the regular like Manny Face's face showing. So if you have one of those, I can trade you extra. There you go.
Yeah. Let's say I'd be annoyed with getting the chase. In this case, Hogan is, yes, Hogan. I don't know why they put like why is getting him in blue boots cool? Is it just because of the chase figure?
I guess. I don't know. I guess I was I don't know a lot about it, but well, we can ask Ken, our friend from Toy Connections.
Oh,
I'm
right.
sure he'll have an explanation
Yeah,
why
I mean,
Hogan is in his blue outfit.
Yeah, I think in the No Holds Barred movie, he might have been in blue trunks, but maybe it's also a nod to his days before he came to the WWF too.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh geez. Yeah. So Frankie, same thing. I'm like, I was trying to order a lot of them so they could actually put it in a box, and Walmart actually put these in a box. They didn't try to put all 6 figures in a plastic bag. So that's cool.
That's good. Frankie, yours came like mine, all bent and all with the same face.
So Brennan, for the win here, wore blue boots when he won his first WWF title. So that is
very good to know.
Definitely explains the chase figure. So
okay. Yes, absolutely. That's awesome. So for all of you junkies and addicts out there, join us right after the stream, and we're gonna have a fun after party.
Yeah.
And I literally got to play in the hot tub today. So
that's great. Now I'm glad that you got to enjoy your house, because it sounds like it was pretty stressful, or it probably will be for a bit, but at least you got a break.
Yeah, I'm still trying to just get settled with like normal functioning of like things you need for your everyday life.
Yeah.
Because there's all packed somewhere in the garage.
Well, very cool. Let's see. Don't want to. Oh geez. Yeah. So I guess we're talking about regrets. So yeah, in our stream. So yeah, I mean, regrets can happen all the time in collecting. There's a lot of joy, there's a lot of fun, but sometimes you're like, darn it.
Darn it. Yeah, toy regrets, and Michael's gonna open up his box of Hogan looking for his chase. So
I'm gonna
join
open
us
the box.
Yeah, it'll be fun. All right. If we don't have anything else, you can sign off.
No, I think we're good. And yeah, it was fun to share all this stuff with everybody and get a chance to actually talk with you about it too, because we haven't really had a chance to talk this week.
I've been totally just underwater, literally.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I had a busy work week for me, and hopefully next week will be better, but we'll see. But yeah, glad to see everybody, and we will see the addicts and junkies in the next stream. So in a few minutes, we will be there. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we will see y'all next weekend.
Bye.